it sure would be nice to have your big wall right now. Because if I had the big wall, who's getting support? This guy. Who's he getting support from? All of these people. So my big wall goes right on the car, right there. Now we kill Hulk. From the start, we see Nevix is the group player we're watching, and the other team is all set up top. So they're going to be playing around this choke, and let's rotate up there so we can get into range to use our walls. All right, you see the vision. All right, whenever people are in a tight choke, what you want to do is cut them off from any support. So the supports can't help anyone, and two people just die instantly. Again, following up with a wall. So he knows where the Luna is, and he's just gonna keep walling her
It's
off.
okay.
Okay. So people who we're trying to kill, who are getting support, should always get walled. That's the general rule.
A little help, please.
Okay. Skip ahead, skip ahead. No, there's a lot of these like fancy stuff, like putting walls like on places so you can do extra damage, or using them for mobility, and that's good. You don't have to go all the way with this, and it's best to get the fundamentals down. However, one thing to keep in mind is whenever there's nothing really happening, you can throw down these walls and they like give you, you know, you can get something done with them and you'll have them back by the time that like you'd need them to wall off people like we normally do. So that's a little bit extra. You can always use your walls like this and go Minecraft creative mode right from the start. Right, so we know the rule is cut off people who are taking damage from getting support. So you tell me, where do you think Nevix is gonna wall? Who do you think he's gonna wall?
He's gonna try and wall either one of the tanks or both, so that they're cut off
Hmm.
from the Luna and the Storm.
Yes, exactly. So there's the supports, and probably, I'd say it's more consistent that he's gonna get one tank. So whoever tank is further up. Right. And the next thing is, well, what happens after he does that wall? Well, is he going to do two walls or is he going to do one? And what I'm going to figure, generally, what I see a lot of group players do is they do both walls at once. One of them gets broken, and then it's not very effective. Instead, what you want to do is you want to do one, and if it gets broken and they move, you just do another. So that's what I figure is going to happen. We'll see. All right, goes down one. He takes 300 damage. Walk up, do another one. For basically almost kill Mac. Get closer, get closer. If he didn't have ult, he probably would have done another one, the big fat wall, and it would have done right behind Magnum. But he has ult. So.
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh, he uses the big fat wall there. And they almost kill Mac, so just really every single wall, all three of them get committed just to trying to kill that Mac. Oh, look at bonus wall. Alright, look at this. Cut off people who are getting support. Send his shots into her she tries to shoot into the ult, but none of her shots do anything.
It's the grand finale.
Wall off hooks whenever you see them.
Please
Wall off the damage.
disappear.
So sometimes defensive walls when you guys are taking a lot of damage. Wall off the support player. Yeah, like poor Luna. Wall yourself when you're taking damage, so we probably see this is a really niche scenario, probably not. But that should give you the general picture. It's just this constant game of just making like whoever's up in the front like make their life hell. Okay, so time for feedback. I think I saved it. Let's see. Yep, here it is. Okay. Okay.
I think I'd go Groot on third point because, well, our Spider-Man Venom combo was pretty garbage. Like they were
Yeah.
they were going in together, and Spider-Man was always dying. I don't know how that
Mm.
they managed that, but
Mhm.
basically, once we got to third point, I think I just gave up on the Strange and just said, you know what, maybe I can do something as Groot and actually stop their Captain America because
Mhm.
he was kind of running all over. So I was
Mhm.
kind of just not sure, which is why I said maybe I need to start learning Groot because there are
Mhm.
times where Mag Strange just get outclassed.
Mhm. Mhm. Often by a group. Okay, so let's see. We're now finally, making those swaps that are needed. You're just like realizing,
Help, please.
oh my god, we need to change. So let's go over to group. Now, right off the start,
Vortex field.
there's something wrong with our first wall. And I see the idea. I like that you're trying to support your invis who's taking damage. This wall doesn't have the range needed to be useful though, right? Because um, you have both walls, right? And the big one only can go like so far, but the little ones can go like this far, like where the pink line is. So if you're trying to do walls, maybe you do a pink one that protects the invis from anyone else besides Cap or something like that. But this blue one is just actually gonna shit you. It's just gonna make it harder for you to help.
Feel vulnerable. Please. Shield's up. There's still a chance.
Also, a little willy nilly with your walls, so we can talk about like what the purpose of each one is.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I just kind of chuck them out because
Uh huh.
that means they have uptime. I'm not sure if I should be looking
Mhm.
for a specific person or a specific
Mhm.
spot that I should be going for.
Mhm. All right. Great. 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 All right. Let's take a look, and we'll just point them out together, right? Every single time you see an opening, right? Because there's a lot of options here. So I'll start with one, and it would be look at this person who looks kind of out of position. This looks out of position. Okay. And, well, how do we make it hard for her to get to cover? Well, we make a wall there, right?
Hmm.
All right, let's look for another one. You see one?
Uh, yeah, Hulk right at the end of the payload.
Yeah, he's gonna get. He follows all the rules. He's taking damage. He's has support, and you can cut him off from that support by building the wall right there. So bingo, like that would be your best wall. Now, if we look at the other ones, let's just do this real fast. All right. Trying to see. All right, so we didn't cut this guy off. Right, he's anything that he was trying to do, he's still gonna do. Bad wall. All right, we do another person. See this mantis here? Well, I
I
mean,
think I did see the Mantis, but I just considered Cap bigger priority, and I just missed. I think that's the. I don't think
got it.
going for Mantis was my intention.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll scrap that wall. All right, so then this cap one, it's okay. It's actually, I think it's pretty solid. Just a
Yeah, that
little
one was the
bit.
one. That was, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah,
my
this
intention
was
to
like,
get him, but
mm-hmm, exactly, and you did right here. Damn. No, I would be a little more like, um, just taking like a little bit more time to place the wall because this one he could have just walked around. But if you like say do a wall like this, it's a little more consistent. So that's just one little nitpicky thing. Now we keep moving, and the main takeaway I'd have is if you're doing your walls like wall, two, one, two, wall, one, two, wall. You're not gonna have any walls left to actually get like the whenever you see the golden opportunities, like, uh, like the whole like right there. So if we check back, you don't have any walls.
Disappear! Someone's aiming for us.
Okay, nice. So that's a wall protecting yourself from taking damage. I like it. All right, let's try.
They hit a checkpoint.
Okay.
Now might be a good time
Here's the
We hold
Hulk.
him off here, but I don't remember how we
Mm-hmm.
win this fight. I think I just solo ult somebody, but let's
Mm-hmm.
see. This
Mm-hmm.
was the game that I wanted more studying on. It
Mm-hmm.
was a mirror. And
Mm-hmm.
on the other VOD I gave you, I
Oh.
was solo tanking, so it was a bit. Yeah, I
It's
remember that
difficult.
vividly.
It's every tank's nightmare. Okay,
And our
so
Spider-Man actually blamed me for why I
mhm.
decided to solo ult him, and I'm like, hey, what up? I
Mm,
remember
yeah,
it. I'm
okay.
like, "You're-"
Yeah. So let's take a look here. We're very low. Very, very low. Commit the ult onto the Hulk. It just generally I would point out how little damage happens to the Hulk right there. Just nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we talk about why. Well, one thing is a little unfortunate. You get booped over your own wall. Um, the other ones might be there's a Captain America in your backline already. Um, your team's a little split up. Stuff like that. Where Hulk has so much health, he has 1500 health, that I would have think that you're gonna get a lot more consistent wins of throwing your Groot on one person if that person has like 200 health. Right. So this one just
yeah,
kind
I
of.
can definitely get that.
Mhm. Also, just something to really, 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 really consider is combos. Oh my goodness! Look at this whale. This whale could have been on top of your Groot. But there's no way in the world that Namor's going to throw his whale on a 1500 health Groot or Hulk, even if he's in a Groot because it's just not going to kill anything. So that's definitely one way you could have won it. So maybe throw the Groot. You hold it and you wait for uh, a squishy who you think is out of position or could be killed, and then you throw it like on there or there. So that could have been a one fight. No, let's just keep going.
Clear the vortex field.
Okay, you guys are gonna hold it. Very curious to see how this happens. Spider-Man's coming up on ult. Maybe that's it. Okay, first wall of the day, of the life, I guess. Let's see.
What am I? Invisible?
Yep, using the big one too early again. So again, talk to me about what's wrong. Like, what's different about the big wall versus the other ones first.
I guess I just wanted to have more uptime, but yeah, it is a shorter range. Like you can't
Mm-hmm.
chuck it as far anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you have this big Hulk who's kind of far away. So I would think this one, like putting a tiny wall here, is a little more consistent. So let's see.
I am so close.
Right. Yep, you see someone get pulled in. Also, just by the way, whenever we watched Nevix on that like first point, the very first part where he got 2 kills, he actually saw an invis get a pull, and then he put the wall behind the people who are now out of position. So you could have done the exact same thing. Alright.
Vortex field.
We got a touch, we got a touch, we got a touch.
Get out. I can take it.
Alright, boss. Let's use him. So it sure would be nice to have your big wall right now. Because if I had the big wall, who's getting support? This guy. Who's he getting support from? All of these people. So my big wall goes right on the car. Right there. Now we kill Hulk. Nice. Okay. This is close. One goes down. Ah, bro. Who's getting walled here?
Yeah, no, and I think that was just used for. I'm just gonna put a wall behind him so I could get damage off it. I don't really
Mm-hmm.
think that's what I was thinking there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a good thought. I think it's missing an opportunity too. So yeah, do cut people off to get like like put it behind them to get extra damage, but don't put it behind everyone because then you're missing one of the most important reasons to use the wall, which is you cut You do damage, yes, but you also cut them off from the healing behind them. Like in this situation, it ends up working out the second wall. Okay, so not like the first wall. That one's like I like that one. You get the invis. Yep, good.
Help, friends.
Yeah, keep going. Oh wait, that one was good. I think. Let's see. Alright, so you see Bruce is pulled. Where is he getting support from? He's getting support from that corner. He wants to go to that corner. He is stuck. He is gonna die. Nice.
I've got you covered.
Letting the dark child.
Squirrel girl. Oh bro, you have two walls. You did this is the big wall problem. So you're coming up on your tiny wall. Tiny wall has more range. If you want to cut someone off from support, use the tiny wall.
I need assistance. Invisible? Chin up.
You would have got that kill on the squirrel girl, I promise. And if he goes here and he kills your team with the squirrel girl ult, like that could have been prevented easily. Okay, thank God. Did he go off the map? Alright. There's another opportunity here. Alright, so you tell me, what's the best way to use your walls right now?
Right now, I would probably just use it on the squirrel girl. Just try and
Mm-hmm.
get just her. Get a
Mm-hmm.
trade.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yep, you get this squirrel girl, hit her with a tiny wall, and you push up and you get that trade. If she jumps over it, maybe you push up and you put another wall behind her. You just don't stop. Okay. So, let's see.
Help, friends.
Good wall. That was good. Okay. Cap's getting no help here. But these two are just troll. Let's look
Yeah,
at these.
guess I'm just using it just for damage. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just think, okay, I can get some damage off him, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah. They have to stick around the walls, right? If you want the damage over time. So if you're doing these walls on Cap, we know that he's going to be moving and moving. So these are just not going to do anything after that, like for a second. But I see the opportunity at that moment. But right now, we really want the walls. And we can look at it for a second here. So, well, what if you have your wall now? Yeah, what if you have both walls? Um, it might not be a bad idea to stick another one like you did the first one. Just a tiny one there. And when Hulk goes in, maybe another tiny one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Boop.
We
Hulk goes in. Get him.
undefeated.
Oh, you really get him. He doesn't have ult. This is how you do it.
We are undefeated.
Keep walling him. Keep walling him. You're about to get another wall.
We are
Use it as soon as possible. Put the big one right here.
unbeatable. Disappear. Plasma.
Okay. Oh, what a sick wall. That's exactly what you need to do, right? Okay. So, yeah, she's not getting support from anyone, but she's trying to get to cover. And if she gets to cover, she lives. So you wall her, prevent her from getting cover. She dies. Okay, let's keep rolling. Alright, well done. Okay. Yep. So far, the biggest thing I'm seeing is like some of your walls are really good, and then there's also a lot of them you're just throwing out, just to throw them out there for like the damage. You just want to just always be doing something, and I think a big thing for you will be like getting really consistent with every wall you use is has thought behind it about like who you're trying to cut off, and also consistently like getting kills or whatever from everyone.
Okay, so one question: would this be if I had
Hmm.
my E, my Iron Wall? would this have been a
Mhm.
good time because the cap is like right here.
Yeah,
So
he's
that
right in front of you.
this is
Exactly. Mhm.
okay. This
Look at
is
it.
one of the big yeah. This is my easily one of the most confusing parts about Groot, especially Groot guides, because there's
Mhm.
there's a few different styles I've seen. One of them was
Mhm.
just to put the wall on the side and just get shields for free, which worked for me up until around plat. And then
Yeah.
I decided, you know what, that's not useful anymore.
No, it's not.
And then
Dude, it gives you like
and then I
100 health.
yeah.
Punch. You can get kills with that thing. So yeah, if they are very close, if they are out in the open, then having a wall like this is going to be more useful than one that's like this, you know? This wall is troll. It's troll because it's not blocking anything. You gotta keep in mind that brute walls stay alive until someone breaks them. So if you put them in good positions that are like blocking the line of sight of the supports, like there, and no one ever breaks it, then it's just gonna continue getting value by making it hard for the supports to do anything. It doesn't have to do damage to be useful. Like this one's very useful. Now let's see what the other team has to do to get this Groot wall out. Like Skullgirl has to turn his head, right? He has to be like, damn Groot wall. Right? And like that's actually useful. Squirrel's not shooting anyone. Another sick wall. Right? Really close. They would have cover if you didn't do this wall, but now they don't have cover. And she's dead.
Yeah, and I'm able to do that tech where you put wall them off and then just put
Mhm.
a thorn wall against the E,
Mhm.
and it's
Yep.
able to kill the squirrel.
It's so sick. Yeah, I thought that was really well played. Right, it's further back.
Now that is a fight where I feel like, I mean, as an Overwatch player,
You just
I
killed him.
kind of know what to
Mhm.
do, but the two dive tanks and I'm just kind of sitting here existing. Like,
Mhm.
look at that. Like, I can't exactly help them with that. So I just
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is
just stay here
confusing.
because.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, I guess I'll just stay here and do stuff.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
if I was playing dive, I'd be going after their soup, but I don't know how to play dive tanks in this game.
Mhm. Okay. So let's start with the most important question is, um, what can you actually kill? What's killable? Here's the start. The most unkillable thing is the full health Captain America who's ulting. So if you go into your back line and you start hitting Cap or throwing walls down, nothing's gonna happen. He's just gonna jump around you. The most important thing for your backline is that they just need to heal each other, just like Overwatch dive. So that's not your job. Now turn your attention forward, like you do. This uh, situation is definitely where you can win the fight right now. So the most important thing is not putting your wall back here, but instead putting your wall on these supports so they can't get out and killing them.
Okay, and I do that. I decide, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, I can't help them. I'll just go get the other
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Exactly.
the dive tanks come to me, and then it's my turn to start beating them up.
Yeah.
Which is
Love
classic
it.
Overwatch. I taught that many
Mm-hmm.
times.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's your turn. These guys can't get the help they need. Free. Hold on.
Yeah. And then he decides to switch.
Chill.
I guess I don't know why I don't want him. Okay, I guess I just never lost him, but I should have done it if I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he dies anyway.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Fight's over. Oh, he gets back to his
No.
healers. Unfortunate.
I guess I
Very
either thought
unfortunate.
he died or I missed a shot.
Yeah. I don't get one. We won't pick that one apart too much. Overall, you did well in the fight. I mean, you held the front line, you pushed their back line, you also opened the fight with a really good pick using your wall to cut people off. So, classic Groot.
And yeah,
Let's see what we do here.
I want to see this fight because it looked like I tried to and missed. Yeah,
Mhm. Okay,
I
let's do
tried
this
to,
again.
but I kind of doubled.
You're looking for Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wrong wall. You're using they're using the big one. It only has so much range. Um, if you see him leaving, use the tiny one, and yeah, try to get it down quickly, but also take a moment to think about it. Like, Hulk's coming in. I have a wall. Let's wall him. Right? You could have already had your wall button hit. You could have had your shift, and he gets out super fast, but it's something to consider. Nice walls in the throw here. Okay, interesting. Um, so you have your ult here, and I'm a little curious about what your plan is going into this fight. Had you like considered who you want to ult, or like what are you looking for if you're gonna get a good ult here?
I mean, I kind of like. I mean, this might be just a mindset issue, but I actually
Mhm.
am okay with solo ulting a tank who goes in. Like, to
Yep,
me, that's fine. But
yep, I think
sometimes I
so
feel like,
too.
yeah, but
I'm telling you, man. You see it.
yeah,
You have an opportunity right here. I'm really surprised you didn't send it. You could have killed Thor.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, knowing I think the reason I didn't send this because I just missed the wall, which I know about
Anyone willing to
the
help?
ulting into the thorn wall like that, and then I
Mm-hmm.
try
Like
to
that.
get that down.
Yep.
I know about that. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I just press the button incorrectly or what, but I can't always seem to do it right.
Mm.
Like it's a lot of buttons in a very short amount of time.
Yep. Yep. It definitely is. There's definitely like a bit of a combat to getting his ult, getting the most damage possible. Yeah. And in this situation, it seems like you didn't. Let's see. You have one wall
Yeah, I
down.
probably could have just ulted him on top of our cloak and dagger. That would have been acceptable,
Mm-hmm.
even.
Definitely.
I guess I
And
just didn't
notice
think about going
who's
for the
not gonna
tactical.
get support. Who's not gonna
Yeah,
get
the wall.
support if you hold him? It's so free.
Anyone willing to help?
Yeah.
So something to consider.
Undefeatable!
Also, one more thing I want to add on to that is if a tank is out of position, it's going to be very difficult for his team to get there in time to heal him. Once you ult him.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Okay, that's sure.
Natural. Shield with you!
Yeah, he got both of us, and I guess he realized there was no ledge.
Yeah, Flink Groot, man. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't remember this fight.
Mm. Okay, well usage. Let's look again. So we come in, let's slap one down, willy-nilly again. So let's put a little more thought into what the enemies really need right now. Okay, so they're all out in the open. They're shitting their pants because the tanks are flanking them, and they need to take cover. So you tell me, where would you put the wall if you could do it again?
Uh, Probably the doorway near where the mantis is if I knew about that. But I also
Mm-hmm.
am okay with just the little left corner where the squirrel girl is to wall them off from
Mm-hmm.
the orange building.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's probably the only two walls I could see because I can't see
Mm-hmm.
the front corner from where I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think these are both good options. So whenever we go into this situation, you could
Yeah, that was a
um big fat wall right
wall.
here. And whenever you're doing your big fat wall, you can always do the like you could
Yeah,
turn
lengthwise.
and do it like that way, or you could flip it. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then you hit them with another one, and you box these guys in, and you finish them off. Easy one. Nice, well done, well done. Willy nilly again. Think about what you're cutting off. You might be cutting off heals from yourself. You might be cutting off your team from pushing up.
Invisible?
Looks like you break that one or something. A little too far again. Cool, one more time. I think sending them a little too early. There's this thing where you can do is like you hold it out and then you look for a second or two. and you're just like, where exactly you put yourself into position to get the one that you see would be most useful. Like maybe the most useful one is just putting it like here between these two or something.
Yeah, that's just trying to get it up instinct, even though I'm not a group.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Like,
definitely
it
see
just
that. It's
yeah.
mhm.
I'm not really looking. I'm just kind of like look like that wall right there. But I don't
Yeah.
even remember the purpose of that. Like
It's
I don't know
just
if I
like
was trying to cut him off or do damage,
mm-hmm.
but it looked like
Mm-hmm. I think this is a little bit of both, right? It's just like you see the person, you want to kill them, you throw the wall at them. It's like it's almost like you use it like your right click, like where you throw like the bomb at them, like you throw a wall at them just to do damage. And I think it's really more useful to use it as like a area denial thing, where you're just making it hard for them to get to a spot they want to, or to make it hard for the supports to help someone who needs it. This was really cool. I like that. Protect yourself. Wall him.
oh, do I want to? I think I don't. But let me see. Like that's an upper. Oh, okay. I tried to, but I think he was gonna die anyway.
Mm. Yep, I can tell you for sure that this little wall is gonna get that kill every time. You know, maybe he gets out if his healers look at him. But like you wall off a tank like that, they don't get out. Especially if they're that low. But he's probably dead. Those are also good options. I just would also add, remember I showed you a little bit of how Nevix played Groot, and he always does like, well, not pretty much always, is he's gonna do like one wall at a time. Like never do two walls if you only need one. So just put one wall there, right? Instead of boom, boom. Because then you're not gonna have your next wall whenever they start running back and you want to hit them here. Kind of thing. Yep.
Anyone willing to help? I got you covered.
Letting the dark child out, I see.
I like that. Oh, right. Okay. You got it. Oh, nice shot.
The current score is 0-2.
Alright. We got time for another round.
Switch things up, including which side you're on.
Wondering when they're gonna pull out the group.
I thought they did more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
First.
Mm-hmm. Alright, they must do it after a fight or two.
Yeah, because I know they banned Mag, which is my normal pick on this map, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of decided to give Groot a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be a good. Okay, that.
Not bad.
They got behind you.
Let's look at it from the healer's perspective.
Another one bites the dust.
Last minute miracle.
You can also look at it from Punisher's perspective. Let's think about what Punisher could have done that he can't do now.
I'm good to go.
He can't play the fucking game. He just has to shoot a fucking wall, dude. He's mad. He wants to shoot you. So, like, it's really difficult to turn around if there's a Punisher shooting your face. But now you're free to, say, shoot the Iron Man. And you chase the Hulk, and that's another thing. But just thinking about, like, the purpose of the wall, if it's to, like, kind of cut off the Hulk from their team, it's good.
I am wounded. What am I to help? Invisible? A sniper.
It did kind of come into that issue of he did it really, really, really fast. I would take a little bit more time just to make sure that you are getting it behind them. Now these walls are troll. You're trying to get damage. The walls, that's not their purpose. No, that's not their main purpose, at least. The main purpose is, like we said, cutting people off. So now would be a nice time to wall. Put a wall here. Put a wall maybe there. One of these. But we don't have any. That's a nice one. I mean, if his plan was to walk back, and get to this cover. Now he's like, what? Oh, there's a wall behind me. Let's go around like that. So maybe you get a kill there. I like that. Cut off the Punisher
that
from
one
the
was-
supports.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that one's for damage and for cutting off because
Mm-hmm.
now he has an attack from behind. If they just
Mm-hmm.
keep breaking it though, or I keep leaving it on his turn and it insta breaks. I'm not sure.
Yeah, putting it on his turret's probably not gonna get you much bang for your buck. I like this idea. Another thing, what it does is it makes Rocket, I'm pretty sure, make a decision here. He has to decide, like, do I heal the team? What do I do? Do I shoot the wall? Let's see. Someone has to do it. Yep. See, now he has to shoot that wall. Now he has to shoot another wall. One thing to note is Rocket does a ton of damage, so that's just something to keep in mind. A lot of rockets don't do damage that much. If you put a wall in front of a rocket, they're like, oh wait, I have to do damage now. It throws them for a loop. So I like the wall. That's another good one. Hook just got cut off, and Punisher had to deal with the wall. Be careful with the infinite ammo, by the way. Right, so
Yeah,
you
I
see this like
saw
loop
that
loop?
and I started running when there's a Punisher out of shotgun.
Yep. Now you're going in. I would not go in like this. Way too risky.
I was looking for an ult, but that took way too much damage.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you had to send it. Yeah, you're looking for it, right? And you can look for it from here. Just chuck it. Chuck it at the police car. And stay at your cover. If he's better, you die there.
Whatever this machine amplified, it does no longer.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
Wall there.
Oh,
I mean,
close.
I
Let's see
could have
that.
killed that wall if I just walled.
Mm-hmm. Yep, could have sniped him. This is really close. Like, good idea. And you're recognizing the opportunity, so. No comment. What?
That's one of those side walls where just get free bonus health because they're not, it's not gonna come back.
Alright. We're not gonna have one of our walls for the fight. I don't think it's worth the trade at all.
Yeah, I started learning that. It's just that I guess I just didn't expect them to go back. I'm gonna break it any second because I now have the bonus health.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. Well, I guess they're backing up, so I don't. Okay, now I break it.
Lobbing that. Another one of these where we could have had that for later. Like, okay, you wanna talk about why you're losing the Groot trade? Well, what if he always has one more wall than you? That's annoying, but that's not your job, by the way. You already have 2 people on your team. Let's see, Hala and Mantis, who are doing their job great. Really good, really good. They're taking in angles, they're pushing, they're gonna clear this out. So, you worry about the front. Ignore this. Nice. Back to the front. Okay. This is a tricky situation. Here, Hala and your Scarlet are saying go, go, go. Their Hulk's saying go, go, go. You gotta take this fight. Yep, there's not much you can do here. You're getting juggled. And the number one thing is you preserve your life. So I'll go from a higher point of view, and you can look at like wall spots.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Yep. All right. So this is a little tricky, hard to explain, but a lot of good group players will put like walls at their feet. So when they're running away, so you'd look down right now, and you'd put a wall at your feet. so that no one can shoot you in the back or whatever. And then you're gonna run to this piece of cover, and then you're gonna put a wall at your feet. You're gonna just keep running, because then you leave these walls, and then you cut yourself off from them, and they can't do damage. That's what I would do. Here. Because we had these 2 in the bank. Actually, 3 in the bank. Just they don't really do anything. Just take damage. Get out! Get out! Get out! Oh, you had a shot. Right there.
Yeah, I guess I did have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not a very good shot, but it was a shot.
Yep, it was a bad shot.
I am Groot.
Keep going here. Also, just like, let me walk back a little bit, because I didn't say too much in this fight, but, so I was just really looking at walls. But your number 1 priority in this fight should 100% be to farm your ult off the Hulk and use it to get 1 kill, and you will win this fight. 9 times out of 10. Now, if you can stay alive right now during the Cloak ult, you can stay alive to use your ult. That should 9 times out of 10 be your game plan. Here we just take too much damage. And die. Okay. Big long alley, we're getting shot at a ton. Very frustrating. Alright, Groot's getting a ton of support, so you know the job. Close your distance on Groot. Do a lot of damage to Groot. Oh, this is a bad spot to be on. You need cover. You could use walls to block him off, and you could get out of here. You give me a wall idea.
Probably just at my feet and just walk to the right.
Ah, that could be good.
Well, not up the stairs. I mean, down and avoid the Punisher ult.
Okay, so let's say you're getting out, and I would suggest, so if you do wall at your feet, that might push you up into the air, and you don't want to be shot by the Punisher. So I would do big wall here, because big wall has most health. So big wall the Punisher, and dip ASAP, and then walls at your feet if needed down there. Yep. Let's see what happens. Big wall. Oh, you send it. Now, whoa. I can't believe you sent it. Why did you send it? And go there.
The only reason is probably that I thought someone would help me kill him or something.
Got it. Yeah, I think the team might not have been ready here.
Yeah, I do go a little fast sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Watching this from your perspective again, it would probably be helpful to turn around real fast. Like every once in a while, as a tank player, it can help to flick back and just see where your team's at. You have 1 person coming back from spawn. If you look at the kill feed, he just lost 1 person. So this is effectively a 4v6. There's no reason to go. Your damage dealers aren't even here. Dude puts you in the wood shredder. Okay. Where are they? They're holding this choke. Something to consider is definitely getting walls in this area here. You could cut them off in support, and if your team follows up, maybe get a kill. Alright, that's a good one. Looking Hulk still, good. Send the ult, ambitious, but it works out quite well. Get the Groot, cut him off from heals. Just a matter of everyone following up and hitting the shots, and if we get it, and we'll keep going. I like it. Okay.
Strength, Scarlet. My life force is exposed.
Good walls.
Every time I do the one at a time thorn walls, it seemed to work out much better.
It's crazy, like, Oh wow. Okay. So this one works out so well. Um, I would also add that if you do the one at a time thing, um, you can have like one wall serve the purpose of, say, blocking you from taking damage at first whenever you take a lot of damage, and then whenever you're ready to push, you have another wall behind them to cut them off. Instead, we use both walls for the same reason, and just notice your health bar here. It's like
My
just
life force is
absolutely gets
exposed.
shredded. So you could have just put a health like a shield right or wall right in front of you, just temporarily stop the punisher. Nice, pushing, pushing, pushing.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
Yep. Yeah, double wall again. Not needed. That's okay.
I think after this game, I decided to learn how to double wall because I did it by accident a few times. And now
Yeah.
that I know how to do it, it's only useful when going up now because the one at a time
Mhm.
seems to be more reliable. Now this
Mhm.
is where my team was saying they were getting upset because I basically let the Widow live. My thought process is I don't want any of them getting sniped by Widow.
Mm. Okay.
You
Now I still
Um.
think even after reviewing that I'm in the right.
Mhm.
That I don't want them getting picked, and
Yep.
then all of a sudden they have
You
a
don't want
good
them
fight.
getting
I would
picked,
rather
so you put a wall there.
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But I know that my Wanda and I think my Scarlet Witch were not happy with that.
Mhm.
Or no, my Wanda and my Squirrel Girl
Let's
were
see.
not happy because they were chasing me. And I'm like, you guys are gonna get picked. I don't want that.
Mhm. Okay.
And that just
The
happened mid
main thing
time.
is gonna be we got to be on the same page on things. So, like for instance, if you see that these people have committed to taking this fight, then help them take the fight. You walk with them, absorb the damage as the tank, put a wall behind the Widow, and get this kill. And if you've already made like the call, like before this, like ignore the Widow, and then they chase it, I wouldn't even wall them off. I mean, just shutting down any chance they have to make a play here. They're gonna regroup, stabilize.
chaos control.
I think in this situation, like you just boil this down to if you take the fight together, there's a very high likelihood that you guys win it. If you leave it for Widow and Scarlet, it's like a bit of a coin flip. So most times, just do it together.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Like right now, get there. Kill Punisher. There you go. It's Groot. You can also use walls to block sightlines. So something you could do, you have your big E. You have your big iron wall. Walk up here and cut Widow off. She just can't play the game.
Sniper right
You already did it earlier, so you can do it again.
friends. Gather around.
These are good walls on main too.
Vehicle reached
Pushing up,
Keep up the
cleaning up. You have an ult coming up here? Alright, what's your plan for the ult, by the way?
Didn't you?
Hmm.
Someone is shooting at us.
Sick wall.
I mean, I was half tempted to just ult him right here, but I thought, nah, I can get the kill without it.
Mm-hmm.
And
And you can.
yeah,
Good, good, good.
Disappear.
Keep taking space. I like this call. There's a Widow on this left side. Again, chase and get the kill. You have a numbers advantage. Widows, the worst possible situation for a Widow is there's a lot of people, like, there's more than one person who are looking at her and are close to her, and they're trying to kill her. So push her.
I think I tried to, but I didn't know how to get down there.
Relatable. This map is confusing. Yeah. I think it would have been down here, down here, down here.
Now Hulk jumps through the window to chase me, and then I wall him off and start
Mm-hmm.
getting the kill. I don't know if you saw
Let's see
that.
this. Oh, okay, so it looks like you try and you might get out somehow. Oh, what a cool
Yeah, I'll
play
be-
by him. Okay. You know, I say that's a great idea. I mean, you chunk him and he's like confused and like he has to solve this, and just because he seems to be like a good Hulk player, he figures it out. But most Hulk players probably wouldn't.
I'm
He
wounded.
might force them to use ult
Who will
there.
help?
Must find that sniper.
This is nuts. Okay. Yep. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh yeah, I should have
Oh.
ulted that as soon as the turret broke. I
Mhm.
guess the reason why I didn't is because I used both thorn walls to get up there, so I wouldn't have a wall to
Mhm.
do damage. But I probably
Trust your
still
team.
yeah.
Turret is active.
If your team's ready to follow up, this is a good play. Now, if you're doing these double walls, you're most likely looking for an ult. And this is another situation where flick back and see that your team's ready. My team's ready? Okay, I'm doing it, no matter what.
What time? Who will help? Watch your us against the
Yeah, that
world.
does really work again. I mean, Hulk's behind us, but I didn't really do anything else.
No, no. I guess we can look and see what it does to their team. Just like quick check. Look how they're all stuck. No one can help.
I purge the darkness.
Why do you think Hulk dies here? I mean, you said it
Other than
already.
the squirrel getting stunned, yeah. Yeah, he just went in and we just
I
all
Mhm.
singled him out.
Mm-hmm. And you singled him out because you put these walls here that made it impossible for his team to help. I mean, the Squirrel Girls, of course, went in and did like a lot of distraction too. So there's a bit of a two things going together.
born again.
I like the walls.
Okay, I remember this. This one was. I found the res by accident. I was just trying to get out of it. And I was like, I can ult this.
Yeah, that was an incredibly good decision. This is gonna
Double kill.
get a lot of kills.
And then I'm like, oh, Punisher.
Yeah, get out. Burning too many walls at once here. So use one, right? And this is going to protect you. And if it gets broken, then do another. I'm going to guess this might be. Or you tell me, is this for damage or is it for extra protection?
It's for protection.
Mhm.
I made the decision. I need to get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, not needed. Just do one.
One couldn't win without the other.
Help! They're right behind you.
Nice.
Seems we have a sniper in our midst.
Okay, wait, let's take a minute. Let's see if there's any other options here. Um, so our team's already dead at this point. But did they have to die? Okay, so your main. These walls go down on your support. Okay, so it looks a little bit like you went on your like journey on the side, and you got a lot of value, and just by the time that you got back, some misplays happened, and the fight was over. So here it's just about dying and getting grouped up with your team as soon as possible.
Seems we have a sniper in
Yeah.
our midst.
Okay, portal. Oh my god, this is gonna be a crazy portal. Okay. Scan. There's a Punisher roll. The number one thing you gotta do right now is wall this Punisher. Okay, he dies to that. Nice. Maybe not. I guess if you walled it, then Scarlet Witch wouldn't have killed him.
This is your big
But
chance.
I did not expect that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I wasn't even looking at the Punisher, or maybe I just didn't know where he was.
Waiting until we have a winner. Look behind you.
Okay, good walls. Great. So again, I would definitely challenge you to keep thinking about it from their perspective. Who has to deal with walls right now? Right? Well,
I mean, if they're bad walls, no one does. But
exactly. So our walls always are trying to be a nuisance, and it's just you can rate these walls on like how much of a nuisance they are. Well, you put it behind this Groot, but Groot isn't getting killed by anyone from this way. he's actually getting healed by the cloak who's on point ulting. So the walls don't really do anything. Just Hulk just has to walk around them.
Goodbye.
I would save these a little bit more. Look at that, Jeff. Make it hell for Jeff to get onto point. You could do a wall there. You could also save them. You can use them to protect yourself from taking damage. A lot of options. Nice. Make it hard for them to get out. Keep doing it. Wall to protect yourself at this point. Still have one more. Nice. Yep, it's just over by that point. Okay, so took your roll. Alright, you get Jeff. Try to kill Groot. Wait, who do you kill? I don't know how Jeff came back. I'm confused. Oh, you killed Cloak. Okay. Kill Cloak. Absolute heal farming. Looks like we're already down our damage healers and a healer at this point. Yeah, you really just didn't have ult in time. Your support dies. You get a trade on the support. Yeah, I really don't have too much to say about this. I mean, it's really unfortunate your cloak dies. The ult was good. It killed their cloak. Yeah, you definitely didn't lose the game because of that fight. It was just all the little things throughout the way.
Mm-hmm.
Final score 2-3.
Right. So we're definitely just about at that time. So what I usually like to do is have you give yourself some notes. Like, if you're heading into, say, your next drink game, whenever you're trying to get better at Groot, what would be the one thing you'd work on? If you only could do one thing.
Well, my number one thing would be mine would be definitely to use Thorn first for
Mhm.
well, it's more like 2 tips with 1 ability, but
Yes.
basically I need to use the Thorn Wall first, and
Mhm.
then Thorn Wall before Iron Wall. No, I should say that first. Thorn Wall before
Mhm.
Iron Wall, and then look for cutting people off first and
Mhm.
damage as a bonus, not bonus
Yes.
second that just happens to cut someone off.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed. All right. So, yep. Now we're playing Groot. Like we're just getting in the way of all the nice things that the enemy team wants to do, right? And I think that's a huge thing for you to work on. I'd also add that take more time when placing walls, just like in general. Try like whenever you're playing these games and practicing, what if you always take at least, half a second or a second to sit in the part where you're holding the wall before placing it, pick the spot that works best. Evaluate those options. Don't just do the first thing you see.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
Whoop.
Yeah, that
I'm
would
trying
have
to
been
think about
definitely
any
a strength
others.
issue.
There's some times where I think you could be using your walls to protect yourself as well. So just giving yourself cover is a good reason to use a wall. Thinking what else?
I did use that on
Mhm,
the other game that I sent you. It was at the very first
mhm,
fight where I did use the wall for cover, and it allowed me to get
mhm,
a better spot. So yeah,
mhm,
I don't always think of it though, but I
mhm,
should do it more when I need to.
mhm, mhm. Yep, it'll definitely keep you alive. Um, and then my final tip for walls would just generally like, placing them a little bit less. Like a really common pattern is you're placing so many walls at the start of a fight that you don't have them whenever we see the golden opportunity. Like the very obvious one was it was like right whenever you saw after Groot, right? It was like around here. If you go in and it's just like wall, 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 and then no walls, no walls, no walls, no walls. So that's the opposite of how you know. Um, you could be playing Groot. You know, you're playing Groot intentionally to cut everyone off. You're using the Iron Wall only, when needed. Using these Thorn Walls one at a time, like you said, and cutting off this poor Hulk from all his friends. So, that's all I got. If you want to do coaching in the future, just hit me up. I'm happy to do it and help you get super good at Groot.